So this is a really small build. Hard to believe how much I paid for this. This was a really small set to start with. Hey, 501st. Thanks, 501st. Yeah, so this set, when I initially, well, I think when it initially came out, it was like $35 because it's only, how many pieces? 304 pieces. And I bought it for 170. So, you know, do the math there. It's an expensive set to find. Oh, that's right. These are all, I keep forgetting that these were the stormtroopers that had just the black studs helmets. Hey, Brickney B. Yeah, it has been. So I haven't been on live in a few days. So my mom actually ended up going into the hospital. And so that's been kind of my focus the last few days. She went into the hospital Wednesday morning, got back yesterday, or was it the day before yesterday? It all kind of runs together. No, yesterday. But yeah, she was actually in the hospital for a bit, so was primarily focusing on that. Yeah, she's doing better. So, gosh, this lighting on here, it must be this filter. There we go. She's doing better. She ended up just having a panic attack, but also had some low sodium. And so for those that don't know, if the sodium in your body gets too low, if you drink too much water, your sodium can get too low, it can actually kill you. And she had, her sodium was so low, she almost went into the ICU. But she ended up being okay. She stayed in the hospital for a few days. They got her sodium levels back up, and she's better now. So that's good. But it was obviously a little worrisome. And then I was trying to just make sure she was taken care of. So that didn't give me much time to get on here and build or do any kind of lives. All right, hang on a second. What am I doing here? Here it is. Yeah, so she's fine now. We're still kind of just making sure she doesn't drink too many fluids, and just keeping an eye on her. But she's at least at home now, and so she can relax. So that's good. And she lives with me, so it's good because I can keep an eye on her and make sure she's okay. So for those that don't know, this is a TIE Defender. Yeah, well, she was in the hospital. She's out now, but she was in the hospital this week, and so that's one of the reasons why I haven't been on much. I don't think, I want to say Friday, I don't think I posted any new videos. Yesterday, I did get a chance yesterday to go out to the DC United game with my brother, and so I put some videos up from that, but that's been kind of it. I really haven't put a ton of videos up. So this week, I'm going to kind of try to get back into the swing of things and put videos up again. Obviously, I got this set this week. I wanted to actually build it earlier in the week, but that just with everything else going on, that just wasn't going to work out. So, yeah, she's good, man. She, like I say, it was just low sodium. So we just kind of need to keep an eye on her sodium intake and make sure she doesn't drink too many fluids. Hey, T-Bangs, welcome. Welcome to Lego Clone. Welcome to Marvel Bunch. Yep, so this is a TIE Defender. I got this set this week. Paid way too much money. Paid probably more money than I ever would have wanted to pay for this set. But it's a cool set. People are asking about it. I've been wanting to pick it up. And so I got a decent deal on it. I got it for $170, which is still a ton of money. But all things considered, it's actually a pretty decent deal. So I went ahead and jumped on it and got it. And then I've got some foil bags coming from the Lego Star Wars magazine. Those are coming from Germany. I got to see if those shipped yet or not. Yeah, man, Germany looked really good against Portugal. I was happy to see that. Now we just need to look good against Hungary too, which we should be able to pull off, but we'll see. They Germany definitely showed up, so that was good to see. We'll see what happens from here on out. They just got to keep showing up. Havertz had a hell of a game. If Havertz can continue to play like that, I think our chances are looking much better. But he's got to be able to score. We have to have somebody up there who can score. Yep, just got to beat Hungary. It's 11 p.m. where I live, but someone in my class got COVID, so I'm off. Oh, wow, bricks 8 pennies. Okay, so you're in the UK. So here in the U.S., most of the schools are actually out for the summer now. I know, like my kids, they finished school last Tuesday, and so now they're out for till like August. Oh, whoops! Hang on. Okay. And then we're going to do 3 of these. Oh, okay. This is where the wings attach, I'm assuming. So, yeah. So, this is like, it's crazy. I paid $170 for a 304-piece set. It's crazy. But it is what it is. Like, what else? There's not much else I can do here, being that I wanted the set. I could have gone and it used, but this is one of those sets where I feel like it's so iconic. I wanted to get the full, like, out-of-the-box experience. Usually takes 3 weeks, not 1 day. Yeah. So how was the game last night? It was okay. It's really hard. Let me, I'm actually in my room upstairs. Let me turn it this way. It's really hard to watch European soccer, like, all the time, and then suddenly go watch an MLS game, because the level is just still so different. The level of play, the quality. The game last night, it was really hard to watch. It was a lot of stop and go, and DC United played really, really well. They just could not finish to save their life. They didn't finish until I think Inter Miami went down a man after a second yellow, and they got a red card. So they went down a man, and then I believe was when they kicked they got a penalty. They made the penalty, and they went up 1-0. Then Inter Miami got a straight red card, and so they were playing against the Inter Miami team, which we had 2 men down, and they still could not convert any more goals. So it was really. The atmosphere was good. It was good to see fans in the stands. I really enjoyed that. It was cool hearing the supporter section over there in DC United. They got such a good supporter section there. That was all. That all was great. The actual soccer was just okay, but I know United's got a lot of injuries right now too. They've been actually pulling a lot of younger guys off of Loudoun United. So Loudoun United, their field, Segway Field, is like 2 miles from me. I can walk there. So a lot of those guys have been called up, including a guy, I don't know his name, but it's this 18-year-old kid from South Riding, Virginia. So he literally lives down the street, a few miles down the street. But he was playing last night. He was balling out. He had a hell of a game. He was just all over the place and just playing really, really well. Let's go here. Who do I think will win the Euros? Man, I tell you what, that's changing constantly. If you would have asked me before today, I would have before yesterday, I would have told you Germany probably wouldn't make it to the next round, and now they actually might make it to the next round. If you would have asked me before today, I would have told you that I thought Italy looked good and that Italy would move on. But Italy only being able to put 1 goal in against a Welsh team that had only 10 players. I don't know. Italy didn't look very convincing today. I would have expected them to score more than they did against Wales. So that was kind of interesting to see. And, that didn't make a ton of sense to me in terms of how they played. I think the Italians are still strong. Loudon has is a big move in soccer and pro and youth soccer. Yeah, it is. Loudon is huge. There's a lot of money here, and so it's really easy to bring in good trainers. And the training grounds here are really good. There's just a lot of money, so you can put a lot of money into training these kids, and that goes a long way. But yeah, so I think Italy's probably still one of the favorites. I think Belgium is looking good, but I expect Belgium just to fall short, like they kind of always do. Germany, I think, is potentially a contender. I mean, France may go out. France just kind of, for me, France is kind of hit or miss. They don't, they're really good one game, and then another, they're like, eh. Against Germany, I think they only won on the own goal. And I mean, that still counts. A goal is a goal. But I think I just expected more from them there. Hang on a minute. Why? There, 1, 2. Am I not supposed to make 3 of these? Yeah, I'm supposed to make 3 of these. Where's my other 2x2? Okay, I'm missing a 2x2, I do believe. Okay, I'll go on to the next step, I guess, and then figure out where my 2x2 here is. Yeah, I mean, Loudon has tons of money, so that's not surprising to me. We got a huge organization. They spend a lot of money in it. They have a lot of kids in general in the league playing anyways, and so yeah, that makes a total sense. I think he was resting in the strongest players. I even decided to sub the keeper out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. For me, I don't think you do that. I think you play everybody. This isn't the NFL. I know, like in the U.S., we're used to that in the NFL with teams doing that, where you rest your players in a weaker game. I don't know that you have the capability to do that in this type of tournament. I think you keep playing everybody because you don't want them to just kind of, I don't know, not play. I feel like if you do that, you risk like them just not being as warm as they were, like especially like if you got a top striker like Havertz, like even if Germany didn't have to play the next game, I would still play Havertz. I want him to be hot. I want him to play better. So I don't know. That's the way I kind of look at it. Oh, I see what I did here. Hang on, let me grab my brick separator. Didn't have one in this kit. Got my tower of brick separator. All right. This is gonna go here. They had nothing to lose in the game. They were 100% in the round. No, I get that. I know they're 100% in. But my thing is, it's just keeping your team hot. I feel like if I've got a team, I want them to continue to score over and over and over. I want to decimate everybody, beat everybody as badly as I can beat them. But that's just the way I am, right? That's just my mentality is you play everybody, you just beat the heck out of everybody. And then you don't slow down. You just keep going and going and going and going. But again, that's just, that's the way I think. That's just kind of my mentality. Okay, hang on. Oh, really? Is that really? Oh, I see. Hang on. I screwed up. I completely did that wrong there. All right. Oh, man. When did that go back out? What figures does it come with? It comes with a stormtrooper, and it comes with a pilot. Hey, it's Bebo. Welcome. If they didn't win, it would dramatically decrease the team's confidence going to round of 16. Yeah, that too, right? Like, I want to just beat the snot off of everybody. All right, so this is what we have so far. There isn't really much. It's just kind of the body. So this is a very small set. Like I said before, it's only 300 some pieces. Now we're just off to the wings. There's only 2 sets of bags. Bags 1 and bags label 2. And the wings are built, yeah, I mean, Copa America is boring a lot of times, I think. I don't know. I'm still more of a Champions League European soccer fan, but I mean, I grew up over there too, so I think it's just kind of what I'm used to. All right, so I'm going to build all 3 wings at the same time. Oh, cool. So you came from YouTube okay, cool. Yeah. I'm really bad sometimes about looking over on YouTube because I don't get as much interaction on YouTube as I do on TikTok. So I typically tend to pay more attention to TikTok. I don't know where I'm going to put this yet either. I'm going to have to go downstairs later and kind of figure out what a good spot is for it. All right. Yeah, Portugal did make some subbing mistakes, and I don't know. Like, I think sometimes they're either hot or cold. I feel like, and they didn't look all that great against Germany, and that's really, I mean, that's unfortunate for them, right? Like, I think they were expecting a lot out of that team, and it just didn't really happen. Okay, so I guess I've got a few more of these to make then. I was happy to see Germany win, though. I mean, it was a game we really needed. I mean, although like at the end of this tournament, regardless of what happens, I think the German team is going to change quite a bit. I think Hansi Flick coming in is going to be awesome. Hansi Flick really knows, I think, how to connect with younger players in a way that Jogi Löw doesn't anymore. Jogi Löw is too much of the my way, the highway type of approach, and I don't think that works with the younger players. So I think he'll be better. I'm really hoping they're going to keep, like Muller. I think is at the end of his national team experience, at least as a starter. I hope that Flick keeps Muller around because I feel like on that type of a team, especially a much younger team, you need to have some seniors around that have been through tournaments before that can kind of walk the guys through and get them to kind of calm down. And I think that's going to help a lot. Taking Bernardo Silva out was such a bad move. He was the reason why the first Portugal happened. Agreed. I wonder why they did that too. Especially because like that Portugal or the Germany game for Portugal really was the game they had to win, right? Because now they go into a situation where they have to beat France, and even if they do, they could potentially still just be a second seed if Germany were to win. So it really puts them in a bad spot. But I mean, at this point, there's not much they can do. I mean, they gotta beat France now. And what about that? Gosens has a ton of potential. He really does. Yeah, he was a lot of fun to watch. Kind of wish that Bayern would pick him up, but we'll see. All right. You smack your TIE Fighter and snap the Technic pin. That stinks. Sometimes Lego will replace it, or you can just order a replacement piece too. A friend of mine, she actually recently ordered some sets from Lego, and she emailed them because her points didn't hit her VIP account after ordering it, and so they couldn't figure out why it happened. They apologized. They gave her the points added her points to the account, gave her some extra points, and she was like, "Oh, by the way, I wanted to order a different set for my youngest son." They went ahead and like shipped the set for her wasn't expensive. It was like $30, but I think they shipped it to her for free, and they covered the cost and the shipping. I thought that was really awesome too. Yeah, Ghost and Say's pretty young, and it's good you have a spare. Yeah, I've got tons of spare, but not everybody else always does. So it's good that you have spares. I mean, typically most of the sets come with a spare, but again, not everybody always has one. So I'm glad you do. All right. And again, I'm doing all 3 wings at the same time. Because otherwise, like if you don't do that, I feel like it gets kind of boring. Okay. Oh, so we do this. And then this and this down here. Wait, did I do that wrong? What did I? Oh, I used the wrong piece. There we go. All right. Use that wrong piece here too. All right. Do you know Bricks for Pennies? I don't. I mean, I know him on TikTok, but I really don't know him like as a friend or anything. How was the atmosphere at the DC game? It was good. It was loud. It wasn't like totally filled, but there were quite a few fans there. It was, I don't know. It was in some ways kind of weird seeing fans back in there and not being able to hear the players. I think I've watched so much soccer in the last few months that I kind of got used to hearing the being able to hear the players and being able to hear them talk to each other. So it was a little weird not being able to hear them and actually hearing fans again. So that was kind of weird. But the supporters, listening to supporters, that was awesome. The whole supporter section in DC is just so loud. It's nothing like maybe like a Bayern Munich game where you have such a much larger supporter section. But at the same time, it was just so much fun to hear them out there again. So I really like that. So it was a good atmosphere. Fans were loving it. I mean, especially the fact that they won. DC is such a beat up team this year. Oh, you ordered 2 of his mystery bags? Very cool. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the mystery bags just because, look, I mean, if I'm running a business and I'm doing something like that, I need to at least break even or make money. And so, basically, I would do like 100 bags, maybe 5 of them have, really sought after figures and the others don't. Because it's a business and they have to make money. So you can't really do anything other than that. Or you're just going to go broke and you're giving stuff away. So I'm not a fan, but I think it's awesome. It's, there's definitely that surprise factor. And I think that's really, really what people like is that surprise of not knowing what you're going to get. It's just not something that I'm into. I know I did that one that I did a video about, but like that was enough for me. Like I won't do that again just because, I have plenty of sets that I need to buy and I'd rather focus on that. But I think it's fun. for somebody who doesn't collect or isn't trying to collect all the sets, I can see where that fun is too, right? Because you're like, there's so many figures you want, and there's, that's a decent way to pick up figures. Yeah, definitely. Do a video on it and tag me in it when you get it, because I'm curious to see what you end up getting. And the other thing too is like, just because like I don't think it's worth it, my opinion really doesn't mean much, right? Like it's as long as it makes you happy and you think it's a good deal, that's all that really matters. Okay, one more of these. All right, so now I'm just put these on. All right, next. That day, welcome. All right, so let's see. Okay, these are tools. I think these are the other ones, so I'm gonna put these to the side. So this is what they look like, 3 of these. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much the same thing on the other side now. So we're gonna have 1x6s up here. Nope. Oh, almost. Oh no, duh. Hang on. Yep. Okay, there we go. And again, I'm going to build all these 3 wings right at the same time. So they basically, once I get done with these, they're going to pop right on there, and then this set will be done. There really isn't much to this set. You got your R2-D2 today for Father's Day, dude. That's awesome, Space Ninja. I love that set. I had so much fun building both I got the new one first, and then I got the old UCS one. But both of those sets I thoroughly enjoyed. They're both really good builds. Yeah, I really like them. And then I have them both next to each other, and it's so much fun to see. I like the fact that we have so many like R2-D2 builds. I know, like, other people wish like we would get more of the other, all the other droids, but I love it. I would keep it just that way if it was up to me. All right. And finishing off the front of this wing here. And then we're going to build up the back side just like the others. Attach them over to these and mount it, and that'll be done. All right. So in the back, this, that, and that. Slanted piece. This here. This goes at the top. Yeah, so this is the same steps as the other, the first wings I did, just inverted. That's the only difference. Here. Oh, head piece fall. And there. Make sure they're all in there tight. Get in there. All right, there we go. And this last one. Bam. And there. Oh, that's right. We got the little shooters at the end. Yeah, R2D2 is a great build. I mean, for $200, not bad at all price wise. It's definitely a once a couple year type buys. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's funny, right? Because like that's a pretty average buy for me. But I mean, that's what I spent a lot of my money on is Legos. So I think I'm a bit different in that regard. But it's definitely an absolutely great build. I love that build. Um, And he's such a hero. Like he's going to end up being like the longest living hero. I mean, I guess he's not really alive per se, but all right. Then I think we're just about done here. Got this flick missile here. All right, and so let's figure out how this is gonna go. I think this is gonna be one of the other ones here. Why do I feel like that should be hidden more? Interesting. All right, and okay, these are gonna go on just here. And as soon as I'm seeing this already, I'm telling you, we need a remake of this. It's not bad, but you can definitely tell it's like first gen in type in terms of the set itself, like when you see it. Oh, wait a minute, did I? I want to see something here. Yeah, so these are all to the outside, right? Yeah, so I got it right. So, let me see something. I think it's the way the angles that they have the pictures. Let me see. Why does it look like it's weird? Like it looks like it's in closer. Like, see how much of a gap there is there? It seems like that it shouldn't be that much of a gap. But it's hard to tell off of this. It's because it looks like it should almost be touching. So let me go back. It's because of the 2x2 missing? No, I mean, I got all the pieces in there. I'm not missing the 2x2 anymore. I found that 2x2. Hang on, let me. Oh, I think I see what I did. Hang on a second. I think I see what I did. Yep, I see it. These need to be in a little further. Okay, I figured it out. Yep, got it. Here, I'll show you guys. Now if I put this back in and rotate. So basically what I did wrong was this piece and this piece need to be on the inside. And for YouTube, it's where I put these here, they need to be one stud further in. And of course I need to take off the wings to be able to put this plate back on. So I can put the wings back in, and now they're just as tight as they should be. So that looks a lot better there. But you can definitely tell that this is an older set. These connections back here are used on all the old TIE fighters for the joints. And it's bulky. It's not very secure. Okay, that's better. Damn. That's better looking there. Definitely is swooshable. And then, of course, we can... what's really weird, though, is like the pilot is not... Like, there's nothing in there for the pilot to grab onto. There's no seat. The other thing is... Let me see something here. Hang on a second. Like, the interiors are really odd. In that, like... You have these exposed studs. Like, what's that all about? It's really weird. Like, I mean, like he fits in there, right? But just it's weird that they have exposed studs back there. And there's no, like, control handle or anything. Hey, Princess J. So, but yeah, so that's what it is. And, of course, it comes with this other trooper. Just a regular stormtrooper. It's good looking. I don't know how I'm going to mount it yet. I guess I could just sit it like this. I might try to create a mount for it. There's really not any mount points though for it. So that's going to be a little bit difficult. But all in all, I think it looks good. It's definitely an older set. And so, does it look as good as some of the newer sets? No. But it's the only one we have, right? And so this is set 8087, 304 pieces, TIE Defender, and that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hi, Mary. So on YouTube, thank you for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe and check out my other videos. If you have any questions, let me know. All right. So that is YouTube.